Hello and welcome to Project Design IO. If you have access to the exercise files indicated here, please open the file and then follow with me. Otherwise, you can just watch. Free access to this video is in the description below. Okay, now we are ready to create the most useful and most important reports, the cable calculations. And to do it, go to Reports, Cables, Calculation. The way I do it, I will create separate reports for submains and separate reports for final circuits. If you're sending this report, it needs to be relevant, ideally in a form of report. But at least what you can do, you can separate final circuits to submains, so the person reviewing it knows exactly what he's looking at, because otherwise the cables, submains, and final circuits can be mixed. You don't want that. If you want to select all the submains, obviously have them all ticked, but if part of the installation is only new and the rest is existing, then untick. Or maybe the transformer is not part of your project, not part of your scope of the works. Maybe only install the kitchen board, maybe only the 12,100 cables. So then in that instance, just do that, okay? And then create report. In this instance, we'll have only one cable, the one you installed. And there will be confirmation that is calculated in accordance with Amendment 2 of BS 7671. If there was an error, it would say there's an error. If you want to add any comments, which would appear in the report in here, in comments, you can do that in here. If you add any comments there, they will appear in your report if you wanted to do so. So that is how you create submain cable calculation report. Now follow the same process if you want to do final circuits calculation report. Okay, so I'm gonna hide submains now and street lighting. I don't have any street lighting. Okay, now I just got kitchen and the other distribution boards. But let's say I only want to have a report for the kitchen DB. So I'm gonna untick all the other ones. Now, what is critical, you see, I'm able to distinguish which circuit is from which distribution board because I followed naming strategy, which is critical. What you're looking at now here, obviously this is cable calculation report. Therefore, this ID is your cable ID. That cable ID is the same cable ID as in final circuit edit window, where you have the circuit details, and then that tab in here is your cable, and that cable ID is that cable ID in here. This is exactly the same field, and it's critical that your cable ID includes distribution board name and then the final circuit way number and the phase. Otherwise, when you're producing your report, you will not be able to work out what circuit you're looking at. In this instance, that is that circuit, okay? This is critical. That's why the naming is so important. Close this. So now I have kitchen selected, all the circuits in the kitchen DB, press OK, and I've got my report. Happy days. That's how you create a report. Thank you very much for watching.